Hey guys, so welcome back to Figuring It Out with Grace and Kaylee. This week's episode, I'm excited about. It's going to be a fun one, a little different because I pitched the idea to Kaylee to talk about unpopular opinions. I feel like I'm someone that has quite a few unpopular opinions. And we're talking, and sometimes people look at me and they stare at me like, what the fuck? Are you sure? And I'm like, I can't be alone in this. So I really wanted to share some of my unpopular opinions with Kaylee and see what she says. And we can see if I'm in the unpopular or maybe I am the popular and people are just fucking wrong.
And people we don't hold back. So this will be a fun one. I'm excited.
Yeah, please DM me and let me know if something I say here like truly speaks to you because I'm looking for community. Okay.
And I also have a popular opinion,
Oh.
tea or coffee.
Oh, it's coffee.
It's coffee for me too. But so I am 3 weeks out on Saturday and I've been obsessed with teas, guys. So I got this chai vanilla black tea,
Hmm.
highly recommend. And then I got a cinnamon blend and then I put it together. And then I put a little bit of my stevia and then I frosted it with my frother mixer. And I highly recommend if you're on a diet and you're hungry and you need something sweet. So, side note.
This mixologist is just giving us another reason to fucking hate her and her
But that's
health
also
journey.
after my coffee. So,
Okay, I'm also a coffee in the morning and then I try and switch to like a matcha or a
oh,
green tea in the afternoon. Although I know green tea has equal amounts of caffeine, so but I feel better.
caffeine, I will tackle that toxic trait when I'm ready. And
Uh,
I'm not ready.
and I'm
Don't
not
take my
fucking ready.
caffeine right now.
I literally had an employer one time beg me to drink coffee when I tried to quit because that's how much brain fog I was having in the morning and like what a
Oh,
miserable employee. Like the withdrawals are definitely real, but maybe we'll talk about withdrawals in a
I
different
think
episode.
cold turkey is the worst to do. You got to just taper off. Okay. So give me your first. Oh, wait. And then another thing I wanted to add. What
Yeah,
do y'all think about calling our community Fig?
I think that's an unpopular opinion.
I'm going to call everyone the Fig fam. We
No,
are the Fig fam. I don't give a fuck. We're the Fig fam.
couldn't it be like the Theo fam?
No, I like Fig
Fig is a
because
fruit.
exactly. And we're the fruit of the fucking world. We're
Okay,
sweet.
well, when you spin it like that, I'm into being like the fruit, the apple of everyone's eye, but that's an apple, not a fig.
Fig Wednesday, bitch. So, whatever.
Guys, she's trying to make it stick. Please reach out with better
Stop making it
ideas.
happen. I can't, what do they say on Me Girls? Okay, anyways, all right, let's jump into it. Give me your first unpopular, or is it
Maybe
popular?
it's unpopular. These are unpopular just because I don't think they're common. That's essentially what I'm saying. But I'm trying to
Okay.
see you're trying to prove me wrong and say, like, no, no, no. If we both agree on it, it becomes a popular opinion. If I just think it alone, like, it's
Mm.
an unpopular
So
opinion.
this bitch was also in the debate club, so she's trying to get me to debate with her, I guess. I
A
don't know.
million percent. I like to flex my nerd status as often as possible. I'm actually
As
really
you should.
fucking smart. So thanks, guys. Okay.
She's a very bright individual. All right, let's hit
Number one, people who use an excessive
it.
amount of exclamation points are people pleasers.
Are you personally attacking me? I feel personally attacked.
I am personally attacking you. I'm
Mhm.
personally attacking myself.
I don't think you do it.
I'm going to pull up my
But I mean,
last
we've both,
chat.
so Grace, me and Grace both work on our people pleasing skills. We try and hold each other accountable because that is both of a weak point in our life.
Toxic trait,
So
toxic.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
agree.
I only when I have to like chat with someone on work, like instant message basically, I'm like, "Hey!" exclamation exclamation. Thanks so much for reaching out. Exclamation like it's obnoxious. So that's something that
Same.
I feel very passionate about. Cool.
Me
So
too.
if you are listening and you put a lot of exclamation points in any of your messages, you should really evaluate. Just be honest about it. You're allowed to be a people pleaser. Just like have awareness. Okay.
Yeah.
Number
Well,
two,
okay.
Ben Affleck seems like a good guy.
So that's a popular opinion. So people think that,
Unpopular. Unpopular. I
but
don't think a
people
lot of
don't
people
think
think
that.
that.
I think,
I mean, he cheated
I
on
feel like he is. I feel like he is.
he cheated
He
on Jennifer
cheated.
Garner when they were married with like the
Oh,
nanny. He had like a
okay. No,
little
pass.
stint with
Oh, he's not nice.
a little
Why is
alcohol and drug
J-Lo with
abuse.
him? That that doesn't make a difference to me, but the cheating with the nanny, well, maybe he was under the influence.
Right. I think that to me it's really like I look at him and I think like sweet things. It's the butt chin that really does it for me. It makes him
You
feel like
like that?
I love it. Maybe that should be the unpopular opinion. Butt
Yeah.
chins are very, very hot. There
Well,
is
they're very
masculine,
Sup- Superman.
attractive,
Doesn't Superman have one?
1,000,000%. Like nothing screams masculinity like a strong jawline to me.
Well, then I must be masculine as fuck. All
We definitely have
right,
some
fuck it to me
masculine men.
number three. I
Okay.
don't give a fuck about Ben.
If you stop wearing deodorant, your body will adapt.
I agree with that
I actually disagree with this one.
because we had Amy on
Yeah.
and she
And
said there's a detox phase.
okay. So we had our friend Amy on the podcast and she talked
At
about
Going Toxless.
outgoing toxless. She talked about all things holistic. She expressed to me that if I continue down my journey of switching to natural deodorants, that there's a detox process and it would, eventually go away. I went and got my hormones tested per the first episode of season 2, where Kaylee breaks down what she did for her weight loss journey. And they told me that I have a specific gene, which means basically that it just takes me twice as long to detox. So I put two and two together and I was like, the reason that I'm still a smelly bitch is because it's still taking me a long time to detox. You guys, it's been like fucking 2 years. Like
But it still stinks.
it doesn't get better. It just doesn't get better for me.
Well, what deodorant are you using?
So I am using a native brand deodorant. And actually, Amy with Going Toxless posted something on her TikTok the other day saying I think Native was recently or like a year ago was like purchased by another company. And so now they're not as clean as they claim to be. So heads up if you're into native products, check yourself.
What's better than native is method.
I've
They
seen that.
scored better and they also sell it at HEB.
Okay, well, I love that. But also, I listened to this woman talk about how she literally just juices lemons and spritz
Ugh,
lemon juice directly on her armpits. And
that sounds like it's gonna sting.
it does
That's
sound
gonna
kind of,
sting.
it sounds a little stingy,
I'm
but
not doing that.
I'm gonna try
No.
it. I'm sick
Dude,
of
that's
it.
gonna sting. Do
Just
it.
don't do it when
Send
you
me a video.
shave. Just,
I
I'll take a
shave
video.
every day. I shave my
Fucking
pits every
recording.
day
Why?
because I'm hairy and it bothers me.
If you lived in Europe, no one would give a shit if your pits were hairy.
I give a shit. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what anyone else thinks. It
Okay.
bothers me. And I
Okay.
sweat a lot, like in sixth grade. No, probably before that. My mom was like, "Oh my God, do you need deodorant? Like you are too young to need deodorant." But I have a very I have a sweat issue, guys. Okay.
Have you ever considered getting Botox in your armpits?
No, because I want to detox that shit.
I don't.
What-
You're on a detox session, so you won't do.
When you sweat, you're detoxing. So why would I plug those things up? Like I want this shit out of me.
Oh, I understand. Okay. I was confused. I was
Okay.
confused. Okay.
All right, next one.
Living in the suburbs is better than living in the city.
I think that's personal, like individual. Some people like the suburbs, some people like the city.
Way to take the most like diplomatic approach to that. Um,
Yeah, I should be a politician.
you really should. Kaylee for mayor of New Braunfels. I
That
think
would be fun.
I, you would fucking hate it.
I would hate it. I would hate it.
The
I
amount of
really,
meetings.
but I will. So I live in the suburb, right? I live in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing I will say that I don't like is the HOA. Guys, we got a fucking letter mail in a picture. Someone was like staked out. Is that the word
Yeah.
steak?
Yeah.
Like you're eating a steak. Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. It's TikTok.
Someone staked out of our house. They took a picture of our trash can being out one day, one fucking day, and was like, if you don't get your shit together, we're going to charge you. And I was like, that's it. I'm fucking moving away from
We're
HOA.
fucking moving. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, like it was someone literally in their car parked like across the street and took a picture.
People
It
have too
was
much
so
time on their
weird.
hands. People have too much time on their hands. People are fucking nutty when it comes to their homes and their neighbors and being judgy. Speaking of HOA, I rent, but I live in a neighborhood, and one of our neighbors had this 10-foot skeleton up in their front yard. It started at Halloween, but it was around Valentine's Day, and the skeleton was still out.
4 months?
Disclaimer, in the new year, they dressed it up with like lanterns and takeout boxes and did like Asian Lunar New Year. And then
Oh,
they were
cute.
decorating it for Valentine's Day. So I guess they just decided like the skeleton was staying fucking up and they would be decorating it per season. What happened was someone in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m., they have it on camera, took a bat and beheaded the skeleton. Okay. So the skeleton met its end, and the couple who owns it posted the video on the Nextdoor app and was just like, hey, like, does anyone have any better footage? Someone, vandalized our property and this like not cool. People were giving their condolences, like, so sorry, like, you guys experienced vandalism. We're all sad about that. And of course, there was a Karen who was ready to say, let's address the elephant in the room, which is it's an eyesore. It's been scaring my children. It's out of the HOA regulation. Then we had bitches like coming out with like the handbook saying which like section A,
Oh, yeah.
48B, site
Yeah.
E says X, Y, and Z. And then you had people going on being like, live and let live. And oh, it's the skeleton. And
Yeah.
it was just insane. It had like over 100 comments
Comments.
on it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was so confused. I was pro skeleton. My partner was anti skeleton. He was very happy when it was beheaded. I was
I would feel like I'd be pro skeleton. I don't know. I would have to see it.
I just don't think
But it
anyone
sounds like a
should.
good time. And my kids would love it.
Exactly. And that's what it yeah, I just don't think that anyone should be told what to do with their lawn
But HOA.
at HOA. And you choose to live there and like abide by the HOA.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
pay for it for some reason. Okay. Next one.
Fire pits are better than hot tubs. I disagree.
I agree.
Why?
Because I don't want to get wet.
You don't want the heated body massage of
Ugh,
your life
sounds really
because you
nice.
don't want to get wet.
Ugh, yeah.
You guys, the amount of when Kaylee and I were kids, we had a friend who had a hot tub, and it was like a Friday night ritual. We would like get in the hot
It's so
tub.
nice.
Yes, like
I
it
want one of
was,
those. Like,
bitch, you just voted for fire pits. Moving
I know, but
along.
I just mean hers was so nice. I had like a deck, but Cody, my husband, refuses to make me a fucking
You
deck
won't get
because
a,
he doesn't
you
have the tools.
probably does it.
He needs just to purchase them.
Okay, all right. So we know what's on Cody's Christmas list.
Yeah.
All right. Long walks on the beach are actually a terrible first date activity.
I would disagree.
Why?
I don't know. I've never been on a long, it kind of
Okay.
actually sounds a little rapey, a little scary.
You're isolated, you're alone.
Yeah,
And
I don't like that.
what if the conversation sucks? Like, oh, as someone that had experience dating on dating apps for and you I
Did
mean
you
the
ever, did they take you to Galveston?
not for a long walk on the beach. I don't think I would have ever I would never have agreed to that.
Yeah, that's a bad first date. I retract my statement.
No. The
But
one
what?
go. Go.
I was just gonna say once I went on a first date but it was on the river. This was like the best first date. We didn't have a second date, but it was the best first date. So he brought okay, we went down to the river. He pulls out this wine. I'm like, where did he even hide that shit, you know?
In
And then
his
he pulls out
pants.
and then he pulls out two solo cups and we had wine by the river and it was so nice. So if anyone is like, but make sure there's people around because you don't want to creep her out. But I
Yeah,
feel like that was such a good idea.
I agree that it's a good idea. I also want to point out like how low the bar fucking is because basically our expectation is just like put some a little bit of thought and effort into doing something nice for me and I'm gonna like geek out over it.
Yeah. Instead of just like, let's just go to dinner.
Yeah, meet me at dinner.
Like
I do.
basic.
I think just my recommendation for anyone who is still dating, I think the best first date, I know like I hate to make it all alcohol centric, but it's drinks. Drinks are so easy. It's
Yeah.
non-committal. You're in a public place. If the drinks go well, then you're like, let's grab a bite. If the drinks don't go well, then it's like, hey, it was nice to meet you. See you fucking later. Or coffee. Doesn't have to be cocktail. It can be like,
Yeah, coffee. You're good at that though. I feel like you're good at like just a couple of cocktails and then you go home. But like I when I was dating, like I just like would get nervous and I would just keep the drinks going.
mm,
And like that's not good for anyone. So
definitely not. But I
I
mean,
think now my first date would be like bring me to an activity. Although it's me and my husband's almost 5 year. Can you believe that? I
I
just had to
can't.
throw that
That's
in.
so crazy.
I'm so excited.
Wait, how are you going to celebrate?
I don't know. I want to do something romantic. I feel like we should because it's 5 year.
Yeah. I mean, I think you should every year. I don't think it needs to be a special number to
I know,
celebrate your
but
love.
5 year, whole hand. And our kid's almost 5. All right, let's see. What do we got next?
Okay, concerts are a waste of money.
No,
Why?
I don't know. I think I just
Exactly.
know that you like concerts, so
I
like
like
I know that
them.
you enjoy that, so I wouldn't say it was a waste of your money. For me, I don't really like that. I don't like big crowds and an anxious person. I have anxiety. We talked about my mental health. Just not my vibe. But for people like Grace, like I feel like, yeah, you always look like you have so much fun.
Oh, I love a good concert. I don't know if they're worth the value that I pay for them, depending on the artist.
Mm,
Like it's fucking ins I would before I die, I would love to see Adele. Like someone I haven't seen that I would love to see. I want to see that beautiful woman with vocal cords of a fucking angel sent from God to sing for me. But dude, her tickets are like well over $500. She is one of the artists I
oh,
think that like
holy crap.
donates a percentage of it to a charity. At least that's like the one time I looked, I saw it. But I was like, I'd rather just make a donation to a charity. Like I can't stomach it. So yeah. Okay. Sleeping
Dang.
naked tops even the most comfortable pajamas.
No, I
Why?
don't like sleeping naked.
Why?
I don't know. When I try, I wake up and I put my big t-shirt on. I don't know why. I think because I like to sleep with like a pillow in between my legs and I just like wrap up like a fucking snake. And
Okay.
so I don't know. I like a big comfy t-shirt. It feels
Okay.
like home to me. I would always wear my parents like t-shirts at night. And now my son does that. It's so
That's
cute.
really sweet. I love sleeping naked. Caveat is I always wear like underwear, like a thong or something, because if you're a lady, you get it. But
Mhm.
yeah, I love sleeping naked. It regulates your body temperature. It's actually like makes it supposed to be a better, more meaningful night of sleep. I love spooning when I'm naked. I love a little tit play. Like I like the whole thing. I just want to be naked all the time.
Yeah, I just sleep better in a big t-shirt.
I mean, it's not that much fabric. It's not that much of a difference.
It's like the cotton. It has to be a certain. My husband knows like how I'm very specific with my t-shirts. Like I will, if I put one on and I'm not feeling the vibe, I take it off and put like it's very my nighttime ritual, y'all, is like very intense.
Yeah,
Grace knows.
we've heard about a couple of your rituals that are like
Yeah, and
very
picking the
serious.
perfect big oversized t-shirt is. It's one
And
of my
sometimes you get caught up in like what you're wearing. And there'll be times like I've like woken up because my shirt has twisted around me, or it's like
yeah.
it's just
Yeah,
it's a
that's why it has
lot.
to be the perfect one.
Okay, so
Okay,
maybe I'm
next.
not dealing with the right one.
Off.
Okay, people pay too much attention to other people's business.
Yeah, I think that's a popular opinion. I think
Okay.
everyone thinks that. But I think we're just kind of wired that way.
Yeah, I guess that is in our nature to pay attention and gossip, but it's like bad, bad, bad. Let's stop that. Um, all brands of water taste the same.
No.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about this.
Yeah.
Dasani is actual trash. If you like the flavor of Dasani water,
Bonnie, and then there's another one that was
you have an issue. Your taste buds are fucking fucked up.
yeah, I always
Period.
do my fridge filtered water.
I mean,
So
I'm not dissing your fridge filter water. I'm saying like Dasani tastes like shit. I'm not a huge Nestle gal myself. I think that's kind of like bleh, bleh, garbage. I, if it were up to me, I had to drink bottled water all the time. It would be the Mountain Valley water. Behind that
okay.
would probably be Evian.
Dude, no, Evian's trash, I
Why?
heard terrible things about them. I don't
What
know. I
about
was
it?
just listening to a podcast and it said that they're like just like how they're made and shit. I don't know.
Don't
Google
come
it.
attack my second favorite water without your fucking
You
facts.
need to just drink your rain
Oh no,
in Austin.
we have a dual filtration system with a charcoal filter. Like my partner does not fuck around when it comes to water and like drinking clean water. We actually were both interested in buying this like alkaline water system. We watched
Mm.
this. It's really, really big in Eastern medicine. Specifically, I want to say like Asia and I don't want to
Oh, I
like
love
yeah,
that.
where they've done a lot of studies on like your inner linings and like done the colonoscopies and things like that and
Ooh.
watched things clear out depending on like drinking the specific alkaline water. So there's a surgeon over there who works in oncology and he will literally not work with a patient unless they adapt to this water filtration system and only drink this water because you can actually see your insides change. We'll talk about water soon, you guys. I'm really excited
Yeah,
about
we
it.
have a very special guest lined up, a very pro of water, and we are so effing
Fucking
excited.
pumped.
Okay, next one.
Wild animals have the right to attack humans if it's within their own environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. If you're fucking around in a bear's backyard, like,
Yeah, like, what are you doing? Dude, so when we went to Utah, we hiked and we saw so many bison. It was insane. But yeah, we learned they can go like 40 miles per hour. Like
insane.
they're so big, they can haul ass. And they're like, stay away from them because like they'll kill you. And then we got back and there was like two things on the news about people who were like basically in their
Attacked.
backyard. Yeah. And they got attacked. It's like we saw one, but it was way far away. I was like, oh my God, they can go 40 miles an hour, Cody. What do we do? Like there was
Run
no
fucking
trees.
fast.
There's nothing. It was
You better
so
run
fun.
fucking fast, bitch.
I know, right? No, we're fun.
What about this one?
Okay.
PDA isn't that annoying
I find PDA super annoying.
in all instances, in all situations. Do you?
What do you mean? In all instances, in all situations.
Like, is it specific PDA that bothers you? Like a specific type of like young
Just like
people?
lovey dovey. I'm not the one. Like, you know me. Like, I'm not. I don't know. I find it annoying when you're like, if you're sitting with a couple and they like can't just have a conversation with you and they like can't like get off of him and like,
Okay,
hi, I'm here.
yeah. So this is what I was going to say. It's very situational for me because if you're at your own table in a restaurant and
Agreed.
you
Don't
want to
mind.
make out, like, live your life. I recently went into a coffee shop the other day and I sat down to work and they had those like communal tables where everyone just like grabs a chair at one big table. And there was a couple that was directly across from me and they legitimately started making out right in front of me. And it was like, whoa, Susie,
And
whoa,
also,
Justin, calm down. I literally am typing an email right now and all I can hear is your tongue switching. It's too
yeah.
much. Too
And
much.
young kids do it, like, which is like,
It's
they're
cute.
so,
They're in love.
no, it's not cute. If my kids, my children, my sons, oh my God, I can't even think about them being
They're
that
gonna
age.
be like making out
I
with
can't
girls.
wait.
I know.
So my BFF, y'all might know her, Grace Brand, is
Hey.
coming over tomorrow, and my son is so fucking excited, and it makes me so happy that like I have an aunt Gigi up in this bitch, and then just thinking about like them being that age and you being like,
Oh, it's
let
gonna
it,
be
Haley, just like, oh my God, it's when I think about like the future and like the dynamic of like even us. And it's a fun journey to go down.
a
But
million percent. The conversations on here are literally only going to get better because I can't wait to be the special person that your boys decide to confide in. And I'm going to like,
don't tell me
obviously not, bitch. No. Yeah. Patient. What do they call
unless it's like they're,
doctor patient confidentiality, but like
yeah,
BFF doctor confidentiality? I will never,
agreed.
unless someone's like bringing harm to themselves or others.
Yeah,
There's no reason for me to share.
I
But
agree.
fuck.
Okay, what's the next one?
It's okay for people to keep secrets from each other within a relationship.
Wow, we really slid into that one. We're just talking about that.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay for people to keep secrets from each other with no. So like that means like I keep a secret from Cody.
Right.
No. Are you fucking kidding me?
Have you ever, here for the Fig fam
The
on the
fig.
pod,
My fruit babies are
you've
fruit figs.
never withheld information from your partner? You've never.
I just like
You're
you
talking
need
about like harmful shit. I'm saying like
harmful.
anything. Like, for example, I'm trying to think of something that I withheld from my partner recently that I could share on here. I also don't, I'm an open book because I
Yeah.
can't lie. I like can, but it's not, I feel ick.
Yeah.
So, but like dumb shit. Okay, I got one.
Okay.
Recently, I ordered some skincare products and they were delivered and I was so excited about them. And Matt was like, "Oh, how much was this?" Just like having a conversation. And I subtracted a solid $60 from the amount and gave him that. And it's like stupid because it is what it is, but I was embarrassed by it. And I just thought, like, I don't need him like
Being like, oh my God, why would
judgy
you?
about because I
Yeah.
know the reality would be like it's my money and he would never be like, telling me what to do with my money. But he would come back with me at like some shit that's like, Grace, you're so beautiful. You don't need those serums and
Like,
creams.
yes, we do, bitch. Yes, we
Literally, like, how
fucking
do you
do.
think I stay beautiful? But
You
he would.
do.
He'd come back with some like ultra, like, I love you.
You
You're
shouldn't want
amazing.
to hear. You don't want to hear it. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I can't think of something. It's like I am like I'm just not gonna tell Cody that, and then like the conversation comes up, and then I just blurt it out, and then I like
Yeah.
wait for him to challenge me. Like yeah, say it because I
She said,
already know what you're gonna say,
I
and
was
I've
on the,
already thought of my response in my head, so I'm fucking ready for this shit.
I might have been on the debate team, but Kaylee practices debate in her everyday life.
Like you know what they're gonna say, so it's
Yeah,
like okay, when he says that, this is
I'm
gonna be
gonna
my
say
reasoning
this.
for why I spent so much money on my fucking
And
face. So
honestly, I think that's what it is. Like for me, it's really like money. And I'm really passionate about trying to find someone to get on the podcast, especially a female, to speak about like two women about money. Cause we have like a weird fucking relationship with money, considering
yeah,
like gender roles and like all sorts of things. And I would love to unpack that psychologically. Like, why am I so weird about money, even with my
yeah.
partner?
If y'all know anyone who would be wanting to come talk, please DM us.
Please DM
I
us.
learned in my health coaching course that a lot about like the financial about it, and a lot of it is just planning and all that good stuff. But then the
Yeah.
other fact is like we shouldn't be so like fearful around money, because that's just going to create a block.
Yeah.
So I
There's
try to remind myself that, but yeah, it's super hard.
Totally. There's a podcast out there called The Financial Feminist. She wrote a book. I'm trying to read it. It's about money, so I'm reading it slow. But she speaks from a female's perspective a lot about how like, and my example was perfect about like we want to invest in like skincare or fashion or whatever your passion or your interests lie in. And a lot of times that's like even talked about on like money TV shows, but like it's like frivolous. But like if a man went out and bought like a $400 tool set, it would be like, oh, well,
Yeah.
that's not,
Yeah.
and so it's really like society does play a lot on our tricks on our brain about
Oh,
like how we
yeah.
spend our money. I find it fucking fascinating.
Agreed.
Okay, making the bed is a pointless chore.
No, I make my bed every morning.
I
And
actually do
now my
too.
son does. So proud of him.
Me and you are the same. I think making the bed starts the day.
Making the bed is everything. And then you walk in your room, like me and Grace both work from home, and it's like when you have to like go grab something or you're just chilling in your room, it's like when your bed's made, and then I have my little like I don't know what you call it, like the little table that I like set on there and I can put my laptop on. It's just a vibe. Make your bed, set you up.
I agree. I listened to this interior designer talk about how your bedroom is a reflection of your brain. And so if you keep your bedroom super cluttered and like disorganized and it doesn't feel peaceful to you, that's typically the same way your brain is feeling at the time, under stress and chaotic.
Yeah. Okay. So I always remember it's crazy, kind of like the little like random things you remember from your
Yes.
childhood. But I remember this one time my mom came in my room and it was a freaking mess. And she was like, and like, I struggled with mental health just at a young age and saying, she's like, this is why you feel like this. Look at your room. And it was like a light bulb went off. And I was like, oh my God. Because, there's clothes everywhere. When you're a kid, you're getting dressed, you're just throwing, like, that's how my kid
Yeah.
operates right now. So there's clothes all over, and I'm like, you're right. So I always remember that. Thanks,
And
Mom.
it's thanks, mom. Thanks, Kim. Always leading with the best advice.
My little angel baby.
For real. Um, okay,
All
final
right.
one. You ready?
Ooh, yeah, I'm ready.
Having a different political opinion shouldn't be a deal breaker in a relationship.
Agreed.
I'm on the fence.
Same. Same. You first or me?
I'll go. I'll let you close it.
Okay.
I think that you should be able to have a relationship with someone without and like have a different opinion. But when it comes to aligning with a partner that you're supposed to spend your life with and you want to like raise your kids a certain way and live in specific places based off of your values and your beliefs and things like that. I think that's where it gets really fucking messy. And if you're with someone who is incredibly passionate about a topic and you're incredibly
Yeah.
passionate about its opposing view, I think you're just inviting problems into your relationship and therefore a lack of peace. And like I personally just don't operate with that kind of chaos in a relationship that's close to like my heart.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's how extreme is the person on one end or one subject. And if you're on the other side and or maybe you're in the middle, but you're just not as extreme and you don't like understand that logic, then like path.
Yeah.
Me and my
Cause
husband have pretty like common, so we don't ever like run into issues, but I couldn't imagine like having someone who is like on the total opposite. Like imagining like, yeah, like you're totally disagreeing on it.
yeah,
I don't
I
know. I
think
don't.
I think it also I piggybacking off what you said, I think in that situation, like so there are certain subjects that me and my partner disagree on, like period.
Yeah.
But I think as human beings, we are both incredibly open-minded people. And
Mhm.
so even if
Yeah.
I don't think he's right, I see truth in what he is saying and I
Mhm.
can understand the point of view and vice versa. If you are not someone who's super open-minded, if you really feel like passionate about your perspective and like you can't
There's
that's
no
it's
way.
it or the highway, then you're fucked. Like you're
Agreed.
just
Yeah, we've definitely disagreed on this, political subjects, but we both are able to share our opinions, and then we kind of like now we like meet in the middle. Like I think
totally.
we get, because he's explained it to me in certain ways, or I've explained it to him in certain ways. And now we're both like on that subject, really kind of, yeah, we like get each other. So
Yeah.
that's cool. Like be with someone who you can have a conflict conversation with, but it
Right.
not be a fucking conflict argument. Like
Right. And I
that is
think
where you know you're with your
with the right
person,
person. Yeah,
right?
and being challenged is a beautiful thing. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with being challenged. It's just like
If me and Grace aren't challenged, we don't want it.
1,000,000%. I need the challenge or else I'm fucking bored.
Yeah.
So that's not
Yeah.
good. Well, you know what, Kaylee? I think that this showed me one thing that I know you like the back of my hands because I already knew your answers to these questions. If you would have given me a quiz, I would have gotten 100% on my
Yes.
exam. But also that maybe some of these unpopular opinions aren't so unpopular.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It was fun. I feel like it was a nice little chit chat. If y'all have any like subjects y'all want us to cover or any questions for us or anything, please DM us, DM the page, email us, whatever you like. Um, this was fun. I liked talking and just shooting the
Oh my
shit with
God,
my
you like to
bestie.
talk? I like to talk too. That's
Oh
crazy. We should
my
start a
God.
podcast.
Start a
We should
potty
call
with the
our followers the fake
big.
fam.
It's not even our followers, it's our fucking community, our little fruit. And we are within the community. So we are fruit as
She
well.
she
Fruit of the
literally
loom.
she literally did not discuss this with me before bringing this on the show
No, I
today.
didn't. I
She
wanted to make
just
sure I was talking to all of y'all at one time. Because I put it's Fig Wednesday.
Well, then I think that we need to design some t-shirts or some hats with like a fig
That
on it.
has a fig on it.
Yeah,
What does a
that
fig
is,
look like?
they're pretty cute. They kind of look like pears, right?
Oh my God, bitch. If they're cute, I'm gonna
All
die.
right, we'll talk offline. Thank you guys so much for joining us this week, and we will see you guys next Wednesday.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Looking at fig.
They're pretty cute.